What's going on, y'all? It's JD Pickell with On 3. Today on the Hard Count, Derion Gullette has committed to the Texas Longhorns. Welcome into the Hard Count, the people show for every single thing that you know and that you love about college football. It happens here on a daily basis. Nick Brake doing the heavy lifting. Now, Derion Gullette, 4-star on the On 3 consensus rankings out of Marlin, Texas, has committed to the Texas Longhorns. He's a 4-star edge rusher, brings a lot to the table for Texas. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But what went into this commitment for Derion, ultimately choosing to go to Austin? Well, there's a couple things. First and foremost, it was about relationships with him. For him, it was a big deal that Steve Sarkisian wanted to spend more time with him, that Coach Chris Gilbert, the director of high school relations for Texas, wanted to spend time with him, get to know him. They pursued him the longest in his recruitment. In addition to that, staying in the same vein with relationships, the staff wanted to get to know his family. It wasn't just about football. It was about everything that has to go along with football, with the college experience. Now, what does he bring to the table? Director of scouting for On 3, Charles Power, had a lot of good things to say about Derion. He loves his blend of athleticism and size. Calls him a jumbo athlete. Did a great job playing both receiver and linebacker for his high school in Tig, Texas. It looks like Teague. It's actually Tig. I got to cover Derion when he was playing in a playoff game. I was doing color commentary at the time, and it was evident on 2 separate plays that this dude was a freak show and playing at just a different level than everybody else. First was on defense. They tossed to the halfback. Derion comes off the edge, grabs the running back by his jersey, and just swings him, tosses him. Ball comes out. Derion then not only forces the fumble by ragdolling the running back, he then scoops it up and gallops to the end zone. A very large human going very, very fast. That was the first play. My jaw's on the floor in the booth at this point. I'm like, this dude's insane. Second thing that I saw from him that convinced me he was going to be special was him on offense, playing receiver. Again, a very big dude, about 6'3 and a half. We have him at 6'3", 225 pounds. Lines up outside at wide receiver. His coach calls a timeout because they have, I think, a run play called, whatever they have called. He calls a timeout because they have one guy lined up with him outside. So Derion then goes to the other side of the field. Sure enough, no safety, one corner. They toss it up to him the next play on a fly route. He mosses that corner and then drags him into the end zone and dives across the goal line. Dude's a freak. Like, to put a finer point on it, dude is a freak. One of the more above-the-rim dunkers in his class in 2023, according to Charles Power. So he does not lack for athleticism. Hurt his knee in high school, but he's going to get back to it, and I have no doubts will be a fiend in Austin with their scheme they're going to put him in. It sounds like he'll be an edge rusher for them. So what does this mean for Texas? Because that's another piece we always have to look at when it comes to these kids committing. For Texas, my biggest takeaway is they just continue to reel off the big-time commits. And it'd be one thing if Texas were a 10-win team a year ago, where they were competing for the college football playoff last year, whatever it may be. Folks, they won Derion Gullette over schools like A&M, over Ohio State, over Oklahoma. For Texas to have gone 5-7 last year and to still be able to get kids to buy into what's being developed in Austin, to what they're going to do under Steve Sarkisian, that's a very good sign for the Longhorns and a very good sign of what's to come in Austin. So there you have it. Derion Gullette, 4-star edge rusher out of Marlin, Texas, is committed to the Texas Longhorns. Big, big get for Steve Sarkisian and co. That's it for us here on The Hard Count. Appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at JD Pickell. We will keep the party rolling. We will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On 3 YouTube channel.